I'm Ratna.
Hi, I'm Kankana.
Hi, I'm Alankrita.
Hi, I'm Plavita.
Hi, I'm Ahana. And
You're watching Bollywood Hangama.
It takes balls to be a woman. Well, that's only one of the catchy lines and line that stands out from the promo of Lipstick Under My Burqa. And we have with us the team of Lipstick Under My Burqa, Director Alankrita Srivastav, Ratna Pathak ji, Konkana Sen Sharma, Plavita, and Ahana. Pleasure having you guys on Bollywood Hangama.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's a very, I think, interesting line. It takes balls to be a woman. Could you please elaborate as to what?
Well, actually, that's just a line that we've used for the promotional material.
Right.
And it is basically, the whole idea is about defiance and the sort of times that we live in, and how hard it sometimes becomes for women to express themselves. But what you'll also notice is that we don't just say it takes balls to be a woman. There's also a cross on it, which basically means that, if you can see in the poster, which basically means that we don't we don't believe that ideas of courage should always be associated with
the
male
balls.
body parts. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, I've spoken to Naseer Saab several times, and we've spoken on almost all sorts of topics because he has so much to talk about. We've also spoken about the fact that he enjoys doing these item songs, and he really has a good time. Now, was it your moment that you just turned around and told him that I've done this movie which is absolutely liberating and it can't get better than that?
I don't know if an item song is a way in which a man should feel liberated.
In a finer, in a more humorous tone, actually, on a lighter note.
That I got a part like this, that I got a chance to portray a woman who's so different from the kind of women you've seen on television, on a screen before.
Right.
I think that was a great confidence builder for myself.
Right.
And I'm sure Naseer is equally happy about the fact that I got this kind of part.
Absolutely. Okay, you've just come up with, I think, a fantastic debut as a director, Death in the Gun. It was outstanding directorial debut as well. Now, seeing you back as an actress, how's the experience of being directed by a lady like Alankrita, and the experience of doing this film?
I feel really blessed because I've had an amazing time on this film. I've worked with several women directors, so I don't think that's much of a factor for me. But I think that this film was such an honest look at the lives of women. It just took such an it didn't depend on the kind of stories that we normally tell about women, the kind of stories that we are allowed to see about women, the staying within the box or the safe spaces, or what we are allowed to say, what we are not allowed to say. It just went beyond that, and it was a true exploration of what it is like to inhabit the lives of these women, these 4 women across religions, across different ages. And I found it to be full of integrity, very authentic, very honest, and I really don't get too many opportunities like this to play a woman who has 3 children, who is of a certain age, who has certain restrictions in her life, and how she goes about it. This is very rare for me. It's very rare to see this on screen, so I felt very blessed.
I think one aspect which looks very commendable, especially from the promos, is that you're a seasoned actress, you're a national award-winning actress, but the way all the roles seem to be just equally just divided between all the actors, which is commendable. The fact that you are being part of that context instead of saying that I should be hogging all the limelight. Where does that come from? Because many times we have this thing that mera itna percentage to mera hona hi chahiye.
Well, I think different people's outlooks are different.
Right.
But I feel what is important is the story that you have to tell. And some stories may take only 1 or 2 characters to tell it fully, and some stories may require a host of other characters to tell it. And I think if that is your priority, to genuinely tell a story, to genuinely put forth certain concerns, then I think that it doesn't really matter like who tells how much of it, but that you tell it well. And you make a genuine effort to tell it well. And I think with regard to that, I think all of us were on the same page. So I don't think any of us worried that so and so story is more or less, because the larger story was so important.
Plavita, how was the experience of working in this film, and you know, all of you guys, you have this entire feminist streak to it. You have this when you're talking to the camera and you're just talking about certain issues in the promo that we see. How much of a personal liberation was it for you to just do something like this?
Oh, it was, first of all, I was super excited. When I read the script, I loved it, and I was like, I'm gonna give it my best, and I need to be a part of this film. And other than that, while shooting was obviously a really, it was a really good experience, and I learned a lot. And even before shoot, we did a lot of workshops where even as an actor, Alankrita helped me to open up a lot. And we did workshops with Atul Mongia, who was really, really good, and he helped me a lot. Apart from that, after shooting, actually after I watched the film, we went to the Tokyo International Film Festival. So when we watched the film there, that's when I realized, and also while preparing for the character, I realized that I was also somehow holding myself back in expressing myself, you know, in expressing myself. So that realization dawned upon me, and that's when I was like, no, I'm gonna be like free, and I should speak up for myself and do whatever I want to.
Right. You know, it's a lot about sexuality as well, because many times we've been conditioned that women have to be seen from the eyes of a male. I think you said in a very interesting interview as well, where you said that we've always been conditioned that it should be from a male perspective. If it is from a female perspective, we find it like offensive. We find it a bit out of the blue as well. How do you look at this aspect that we are from the land of Kama Sutra, and we are from the land of Khajuraho, and we have stuff like intercourse is being muted, and in Spider-Man recently, a penis word has been muted, and they've been given like a US certificate. Do you find it strange that in a way that instead of going forward and being progressive, we are actually regressive, getting regressive, more and more regressive?
Yeah, I think it's a scary time right now because we obviously thought we are going, you know, far ahead, but we didn't realize we're really actually running behind a slow train because I had never even thought or imagined that, you know, that we would not be able to release a film which talks about women and you know, subject that talks about women and their desires. We're not making it, this is a very interesting film, and there's a very interesting point of view. So for a censor board in today's time, the word ban should just be eliminated. They cannot ban or censor a word or censor you know, a film or a scene, because everything is available online anyways.
Absolutely.
So what are they trying to censor? Don't they think that 10-year-olds or 5 or 6 or 7, 8-year-olds even know about what's happening to our bodies? Everybody is aware.
Right.
And with today's age and date, you cannot ban anything. Everything is freely available on the internet, and anybody, whoever wants to watch anything, will watch it anyways. So there is no reason to do it, because the more you ban it, you're digging your own grave, because people will be like, when we were kids and we were told not to do a certain thing, we went ahead and did exactly the same thing.
Absolutely.
तो आज अगर आप मुझे बोलेंगे कि ये बैन कर दो ये फिल्म, तो अब लोगों के अंदर और क्यूरियोसिटी है कि ऐसा क्या है इस फिल्म में कि इन लोगों ने बैन कर दिया. You know,
the problem is that at many times one wonders that ये हम लोग की इतनी I think बहुत ही wonderful जो population है 1.25 or 1.3 billion people, that I don't know where they have come from. Like इतना हम लोग सब ढक के हमने संस्कृति को बचा के हमने रखा हुआ था.
और हमारे इतने सारे बच्चे हैं.
Exactly.
सबके.
Exactly. And still somehow people have that. बच्चे तो चलिए अगर population 1.3 है, उसके अलावा I'm sure that people must be doing some certain things. Okay, now.
How delicately put.
So nicely framed.
You know, there's a very interesting, I think, moment where I think, you know, you're breaking the entire gender myth in many ways. From what we've seen constantly, that Sohagrat tak wait karen. So the way it is said that kyun, it's something that breaks that entire notion, because generally हमने ये देखा है कि 2 फूल मिलते हैं और बाकी सब शादी के बाद. So is it a conscious decision on your part to just break those stereotypes, those conventions, those myths which are there about genders in India?
But I don't think as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, I've ever set out on this path that I am going to break the myths and I am going to, you know, strike down like all the stereotypes. I think it's inherently who you are as a person. How you,
Organic maybe.
yeah, I feel it's inherently who you are as a person and how you look at life and how you look at stories and characters. I've always been very interested in women's characters, and I really do feel that women's characters are really, we don't really see enough of them on screen, and even the ones that you see, they're very conveniently placed in certain ways. There's a martyr who, you know, the martyr of a wife, or a very heroic woman, or the virginal you know, love of some guy's life. Or so I anyway feel that there's very little space for ordinary women, where they just are people and they have their ups and downs, their grays and their whites and blacks, and they're just layered people. And I find that we hardly see that on screen. So I think for me it's just that these are the kind of stories I'm interested in. This is how I view life, and I do feel that we have this weird kind of way of in popular culture of looking at women really in those boxes. I don't look at women like that, and I feel that if I'm going to make a film, I would like to bring my point of view to the table and my vision of how I'm seeing things and share that with people. So I feel I don't have to actually ever think about, oh, I have to do this. I feel it's just inherently there because of who I am.
When we see that many times, you know, so many things are just hidden from children. They're supposed to be hidden from the children. Like a word like condom, there has to be like another word for it, so that children they're not getting affected. Because, you know, these are certain things. Somehow the concept of sex education is not there at all. Actually, it is something that I don't know where the children learn from in this country, but somehow it is not
Where
there.
did you learn? Where did I learn? Same way everyone learns.
Yeah, exactly. But you know,
From friends.
From
and such wrong information you can get from friends, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It messes up your mind a lot.
It does. All sorts of terminologies and everything as well. So how important is the fact that we should just come out of the closet literally in a way that, and be more broad-minded? Because certain things, if they are told the way they are, it becomes far more, I think, sensible, instead of just the more, as we discussed, the more you hide certain things, the more you have the curiosity to just search answers for that.
Yeah, well, I think that, you know, if you don't acknowledge an issue or a situation, whether it's talking to children or whether it's, you know, putting women in boxes of what is convenient, and what happens is that if you don't address and acknowledge these issues, they will turn up and show up in other ways,
Right.
which will in any case be inconvenient for everybody. You know, because if it's like, you know, you try and suppress something here, it pops up somewhere else.
Absolutely.
And then it's even more complicated because you have to get back to the root cause. You know, so it's I feel like you need to address it right in the beginning in an age appropriate way with children. Or if you're talking about women, you know, like this thing about two flowers meeting,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is really satisfied with that. Everybody knows that that's not how it is and that we are doing it. Nobody is really happy with that. Everybody's been making fun of it. We've actually stopped doing that. But we are doing it in other ways now. We found another way to do the flower meeting where we don't really get into any kind of genuine exploration. Because we are all living this life. I mean, if we cannot exchange with each other the experience of living this life genuinely, and if you're okay with these lies, you know, and whitewashing over certain truths, then I feel that's a very false way to experience life itself.
Absolutely.
And that it will surface in other ways.
Absolutely. Now, Ratnaji, you're playing a role where it's extremely easy to judge. That, you know, because the convention is, especially in our country, that after a certain age, women, they are supposed
भगवान
to.
का नाम लो,
भगवान का
बस,
नाम भी
हाँ।
क्या आपको काम करने की जरूरत है, जो भी है, and
पूजा पाठ में
पूजा
मत
पाठ
लगाओ,
में बिल्कुल आप वहाँ पर जाइए,
दुआ करो, अल्लाह का नाम
उस पे
लो,
जाइए,
etc.,
यात्रा पे
etc.
जाइए.
जी जी बिल्कुल.
And but the fact is that if you read about things, certain, like the fact desire will always remain with a person, no matter age is just a number at the end of the day. How do you look at this aspect? That is it a risk in a way for you as well to be judged, and the promo is judging you all the time as well. I think yours is the most riskiest character in a way. That's what I personally feel. Did you have that apprehension?
Would you agree, Alankrita,
What?
that this is the riskiest character you've written in the film? I thought that it was.
Right.
It
Perhaps
really is
because
a
I think
story
because it's something that no one wants to talk about.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
not a story I've read in any other way in any of our movies, in any
Right.
of the scripts I've come across.
Right.
So yes, it
Right.
is risky in
And-
that sense.
Before you move further, ma'am, I'm just saying entirely in a very objective manner.
Ji.
When you're talking on the phone and when your voice is being heard, the fact is there is sense versus in that you can't put an age on that.
Yes.
That is please carry on now.
Yes, absolutely. And I think desire never fades. It gets, I mean, it has a different role to play in your life
Absolutely.
at different ages.
Right.
But here's a woman who got widowed when she was a young girl and has lived all her life as a single person, done all that she wants to do for the family, looked after everyone. She's a halwai, by the way, which is an unusual thing because a woman in that profession is quite an unusual thing to do in any case.
Ji.
Anyway, but she decides to follow her dreams. And the dreams don't necessarily start with the man. The man comes into the picture later. The first dream is to do something that she's never done before, swimming.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's her big moment in life. That's the big decision she's taken.
Right.
And that I felt was the interesting thing in the part that I was playing. Because, desire is not just sexual desire.
Absolutely.
It's a desire to be fulfilled. And that's what Usha and all the other girls and their stories stand for. They
Right.
need to be fulfilled in various ways, emotionally, intellectually, financially, in every way. So I really found that extremely exciting to play.
You're being called a liar, Alankrita ji. That आप झूठ बोल रही हैं अपनी पिक्चर की पब्लिसिटी कराने के लिए. You are actually, and the fact is that the movie is everywhere. You don't need, I think, much publicity anymore because everyone knows about it. So what do you have to say to Pehla ji that he was absolutely nice to you and you're telling stories?
I would really stand by what I said.
Right.
It's not about being nice or not. If you're living in a free and democratic country,
Right.
what should the procedure be like? If you're an independent filmmaker, you've made a film which is from your own point of view. You are going by the Constitution of India. You imagine you're living in a free and democratic country. You make a film. The film goes to the certification body because it is not any longer called the Censor Board of India. It's called it is a certification board. How should it be? I want to ask everybody that question. What should the process be? You're a woman in your mid-30s. You made a film about 4 women. You go to the certification board. Basically, it's a procedural thing. You should go there. You should get your certification and leave. They should say, okay, it's adult. If they want to have whatever they do, and they should sign it and say, okay, fine, it's going to be an adult film or whatever. We anyway applied for an adult certificate. Should you go to the certification body feeling like you have to really protect your film? You don't know what they're going to do to it. What will they ask you to do? And when I went to the revising committee meeting, I had already been to the examining committee screening where they had sent me after which they had sent me that letter. So you're telling me in a free and democratic country, we don't want to certify your film because it's lady oriented, which means 50% of the population of India should just shut up.
Contagious sexual scenes are there.
Yeah, exactly. You can name it whatever, but basically you're uncomfortable the female point of view. So what should the procedure be? And should it not be a conversation across the table, a conversation of 2 equals? Or should it be a situation where you walk in and there is no sense of respect or dialogue? It is really like, okay, I mean, just a simple statement is when we made a unanimous decision, we will not be certifying the film. There was nothing, no one, and I still stand by what I said. And it's not about the gesture, whether I was asked to sit or how I was spoken to. It is about the kind of atmosphere created in a democratic country where the censorship, the fear around censorship looms so large. Why should it be like that? Why should a filmmaker or an artist have to go through this? Why can't we just make the films we are making and let them be certified and let people watch them? Are we not voting? Isn't that a much more important thing that we do? Post 18, you go to the voting booth, you vote and you elect your government. Why can you not make and watch the films that you want to do? So why should this procedure be like this? And why should there be, and I will stand by what I said, there should not be this lopsided power politics between a filmmaker and a certification board. The job of a certification board is to certify a film.
Right.
It is definitely not to make the filmmaker feel defensive about the work of art that they have created. And I definitely feel that there should be like a sort of equal way of having a conversation, which was not there. And
There have been many people who have complained that Anurag Kashyap has said that Pelaji has told him that how he taught David Dhawanji filmmaking, and so there are all sorts of, and Shyam Benegal, I think report was supposed to be coming in, it was supposed to be made official. It's been a year now, and nothing has really happened. Shyamji, I think would be such an ideal person actually to
actually, we don't
understand
need.
that.
We don't need. It's not who's an ideal person. It's not about one person.
Certain
Tomorrow
guidelines
somebody-
he had
No,
put in
that's a
certain guidelines.
committee. Yeah.
Yeah.
The existing guidelines need to be re-examined. You know.
Right.
I don't think they really reflect us as a society today. Because the guidelines are from 1952.
Right.
So they need to be re-examined, and maybe the people of the country can have a say. You know that look, this is how, and nobody wants this. Everybody wants to watch the film.
Right.
You know, obviously, adults are not going to take their children to watch it. It's an adult film. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But adults can then decide what they want to watch, what they do, and they
Did
would
you-
like to. I think.
did
I
you-
don't think this is reflective of what people want.
Absolutely. Did you face any such
I did.
issues?
To begin with, minor, I knew that it would be. You're talking about my film?
Ji, ji.
Yeah. So
Death in
I
the
knew
Gut.
that it would be an adult certificate, and I was okay with that. But even then, you're given certain cuts. I don't understand, because now you're saying it's an adult certificate, so now adults are going to watch it. What are you protecting the adults from? As a government, it is your duty to protect the citizens of your country from violence, from poverty, from disease. I understand, and actually we are not being able to fulfill those in any case. It's not like that we have great governance. I mean, there are just certainly large challenges on that front. So why don't we concentrate on that and let adults decide what films they want to watch? In any case, we have a lot of self-censorship.
Absolutely.
In any case, we are saying that, okay, chalo, I'll do this much and not this much. Now you're making a film for adults, and you're saying your sex scene can only be so long and not so long. Why? Do you think adults, it will make a big difference to them if they watch a sex scene that is 15 seconds long compared to 30 seconds long? How are you contributing in any way to films? I don't understand, and I don't think anybody agrees with it.
Yeah, that's really bizarre. I think there are a lot of other things that ideally maybe should be censored on news channels these days. The way things are being, communal incitement is taking place. If anyone has to, I think, censor anything, those are the things that one should be worrying about.
I don't think even those
Yeah,
should be
even I
censored.
don't think.
We
In fact,
need
now-
to hear
Yeah.
all kinds of opinions
And then make our own minds.
No,
That is it. That is what makes me an
certain
adult.
fake
What
news
you're
is
talking
being
about is having
fake news.
certain parameters about how to tell the news.
Yeah, exactly. There has to
That's
be.
different.
There has to be, because there are certain things which are being circulated which are fake actually.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
And
Oh,
it has
that is another thing
And it has
altogether.
absolutely
But
led
I'm
to
saying
certain
that
things. which is-
opposing ideas, I don't see that there's any reason for a particular kind of ideology to be suppressed. I think everyone should have their say, and if we
No, I
are
was primarily talking about the fact that certain
fake news,
Yeah,
that's a
because
different ballgame
that is-
altogether.
Because there is this visual which is being circulated from a Bhojpuri film of 2014, and it's being said that it is from the recent incident in Bengal.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
which is
right.
a
That's
definite cause of concern.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
ugly. That's
That's absolutely. That's
That is
absolutely.
manipulative and wrong.
It is rare, and that too, like mainstream news
And
channels.
they should be punished accordingly.
They should be.
If
They
if
should
news
be.
channels are bringing out these kind of things, then they need to be, that problem
There has
needs
to be regulating,
addressed.
yeah, that's
That this is what you have done wrong, pay this fine or whatever it is, because
Right.
you have said you'll tell us the truth about what's going on today, and you're not.
Right, absolutely. Ahana ji, considering that you've done this ladies-oriented film, so do you have this apprehension of being judged in terms of when you're doing future films, that you're being part of Lipstick Under My Burqa, so that you should be doing similar sort of films? And because many a times what happens, as Ratna ji has said at the promo launch, that it's not a dirty film. If people are perceiving it from the promos, so it is not that, because there is a context to it. But many times in the industry, we have this thing that what you're being judged from the certain scenes that you're seeing in the promos or movies, rather than just taking the context into account. So do you have any apprehension as far as that thing is concerned?
No, in fact, on the contrary, I think this film has opened me up in terms of my ideas of different desires. And I think I'm quite confident now about what I'm going to take up next.
Right.
And I'm going to be more aware of what I pick up next. Obviously, as actors, we don't usually get a lot of choices. Because whatever sometimes we get,
Absolutely.
we have to make do. It's not like कि मुझे लगता है कि आज के ज़माने में सुपरस्टार्स को भी नहीं 10 स्क्रिप्ट्स मिलती हैं and then they sit and decide कि ये मैं ये फिल्म करूँगा, मैं ये फिल्म नहीं करूँगा, या मैं ये फिल्म करूँगी नहीं करूँगी. As actors, we play roles, and we are different from the characters what we play. We can identify ourselves in a certain part, but we're definitely not those people. So we should not confuse ourselves from those characters. We are two different people. I'm playing a character in this film
Right.
because that is the role that came to me. Of course, if I get another film which is going to be a more masala film, I will play that character because that is what is required of me to do. So I'm not going to be sitting and judging a script now because I have done a film like this. Of course, this film has made me more aware of myself as an artist, and it has helped me drop a lot of my inhibitions which I had initially before shooting or before filming a film like this.
Right.
So I think anything that this film has made me has been only confidence, because I think of course it's built up a lot of my confidence that I'm now from here on I can take on roles that that can push me further as an actor.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the only thing that has helped me with that's come across with this.
Ji. Okay, Aplabita, what sort of for that monologue of yours that we see in the promo so far, what sort of responses you've got from people all around, from young girls, that how has that impacted them on a
I
personal
think
level?
it's impacting not just young girls but like everybody, especially women, because I've got really good response, especially the last line where I say हमारी आज़ादी से आप इतना डरते क्यों हैं, because which is so true. I mean, this whole situation that we're facing that we faced with the censorship and everything, I think that exactly is kind of, it proves why we need these kind of films. And I think we need many more of these kind of films, and I hope Alankrita keeps making more such films. Many more people. I hope many more people. I hope everyone makes films like these. Yeah. So
When she turned 30, she made a film called Turning 30. Now she has made Lips. Now next one will be like something that you have to really look.
The flag bearer.
Absolutely. We will end this interview on a slightly lighter note. Okay, so we have this segment that, considering that we have Topi being called, condom being called Topi in the film. So if there are certain aspects, certain things which are there in the society, so what possible names do you feel can be there for them? So जो भी आप लोगों को आता है,
we
if you can
have to come up with the metaphor.
Ji, yeah. So more the better actually. So the first one is sanitary napkins. What is it that you heard, and what is it?
We must call sanitary napkins
Sanitary
napkins.
Right. No, but there are people who may have
call it.
call it, yeah. Possible option, yeah.
They call it something, I don't
They
know.
call it something else.
But I'm saying, what is it that
Pads.
you think?
What is the euphemism for sanitary napkins?
हाँ जी, euphemism is a good word. Euphemism,
okay.
euphemism.
Okay.
Euphemism the right word.
वो वाला देना तो.
हाँ, लेकिन उसको क्या बोलेंगे?
I've never heard anything, yeah.
I
Sorry.
think the pads.
अभी तो कुछ सोच नहीं रहा है. Sanitary.
हाँ, हॉस्टल में कुछ नहीं था क्या उसका नाम?
STs.
STs.
Yeah.
Hi, that's horrible
STs
name.
is what it was called in hostel.
STs नहीं कहने का.
Okay, so fine. Porn films. What is it? Porn films. Yeah.
What do people call
Porn.
them?
What do they call them?
Blue films, they call it.
Yeah.
No, all kinds of names. I
Gandhi
believe.
film.
Please, yeah. Please.
I have no idea, but I mean, I know that there are lots of names.
Right.
I wish I knew some of the names
Blue
now.
films, adult content, mature
No,
films.
no, just blue films,
blue
no?
films, yeah.
But even
Dirty picture.
Gandhi film.
Dirty
picture.
Okay. If there can be any other word for condom that you may have ever heard of, or that you
Chhatri.
think of, yeah, chhatri, yeah.
I've never heard that.
Really?
Rubber.
We did
Rubber in the
Rubber.
old days, it used to be called the rubber. And it was very confusing
French
because
letter.
eraser.
French letter?
French letters. Oh, yes.
normal.
No, absolutely French letter. FL.
French
When I
letters,
first-
balloon, chhatri,
When I
that's
first heard
interesting.
it, I heard it was FL. Yes, yes.
French letter you haven't come across in books?
That's very interesting. That's okay. Contraceptive pills. Contraceptive pills.
morning after pills.
After तो अभी बाद में आया ना, उससे पहले morning
It's
after
not
का
the
था.
same thing though.
It's not,
They're
but
two separate
things,
things. No,
yeah.
but I guess they're both like prophylactics you can ingest.
What is the word?
I think contraceptive pills.
Contraceptive.
Ji.
Just pill.
Pill.
Just pill. It's
Are you
called
on the pill? Yeah.
the pill, of course.
I'm on the
Pill
pill.
that will kill.
Pill that
Pill
will
that
kill.
will kill.
My goodness.
But they can kill the woman because it's so bad. Like,
Yeah, that's
when they tested it and
Yeah.
on men initially, and men couldn't deal with the side effects. and then
Right.
they unwittingly gave it to women, and then the women were like, okay, and then that's how it grew.
Okay, intercourse. Favorite word.
So you don't need censor
censored ही हो गया.
ये आपका सेंसर हो जाएगा.
The
रहने
censor
दीजिए
word. नहीं, we are online medium. हम तो बीप भी नहीं करते हैं.
आप. लेकिन आप अपनी क्या कहते हैं आज़ादी कुछ दिन ऐश कर लीजिए, उसके बाद आप पे भी आएगी सेंसरशिप. बात चल
We
रही
live,
है.
Ratna ji, we live for the moment right now. And कल की कल देखेंगे. So फिलहाल तो
People in my college used to call it chocolate.
chocolate, intercourse.
Intercourse is chocolate.
Yeah.
Really, that's the first.
That's
Really?
that's
I've never heard
interesting.
that.
That's
Like,
interesting.
are you having chocolate?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll never answer that question again. I didn't know it meant all kinds of things.
I'm not offering chocolate to it.
So chocolate. Okay. Anything else that comes to your mind? That's
No,
all.
that typical thing. Would you like to come over for coffee?
Oh, that's a nice one.
So coffee.
Yeah.
Chocolate and coffee. So now the connotations. Okay. Okay.
All this is education for me. Thank you.
Okay. Last word. Feminism. If you have to have maybe other words for feminism, what can that be?
I think with feminism, because there's so much, sometimes I feel there's so many women and men who are so scared of the word. I think with feminism, I would actually be like, we should really own the word, because I think that we should never try to sort of, I think, yeah, I
For
really
any
feel-
of these words.
Yeah. And I think feminism, especially because I really feel like people really have this thing of, oh my
They're scared to
god.
call themselves feminists.
Yeah, so I think
Like
we
how
should own our
masculinity is so
feminism.
owned, mardangi. I
Right.
think feminism should just now start being owned. Yeah, like we should just own it.
But can they be like any? Have you heard any other names? Are
But there is so much, the future's female,
euphemisms?
girl power, there's so many hashtags which are,
Girl power.
girl power is like a,
Right.
But I'm a little wary
Lipstick
of this.
rebellion. Lipstick
Lipstick
rebellion.
rebellion, of course.
Hashtag lipstick rebellion. Yeah.
I'm a little wary of this constantly, polarizing
Ah.
positions. I get very fed up because the argument just gets stuck there.
That is true.
ये बड़ा के वो बड़ा. Power need not be exchanged.
That's a
कि
very-
मर्दों का power औरतों को दे दो. ये बेवकूफी होगी.
That's-
तो from one क्या कहते हैं oppressed class, you are creating another oppressed class.
That is true.
That's not the point. We're talking about equality here.
Right.
That is the focus and should be.
Right.
So feminism, yes. Then there should be something about masculinism also, if they
Yeah,
like the
that's
name
true.
for.
Masculinity.
And really, patriarchy, I feel, is as hard on men as on women. ये
Absolutely.
एक्सेप्ट करना जरूरी है
बिल्कुल
आप लोगों को,
absolutely. बिल्कुल.
बिकॉज किस तरह के ढांचे में आपको डाला जा रहा है ये भी तो सोचिए.
Okay, let's end this interview on this note. Many times we have this perception about feminism, talking about feminism, that it can be slightly too strong at times as well. But there are many men as well who are very, very supportive of women as well.
Actually, the dictionary meaning of the word feminism is just that. Somebody who supports equal rights for men and women.
yeah, it's that
That's it.
simple.
Right.
That's as the bottom line. It doesn't need to be a woman. It can be a man. I think we're talking about equality and equality of opportunity.
Right.
That's the important thing.
And do you feel that men should not be afraid of feminism, because at times men are turning to be a pata nahi yaar kya
Actually,
kya
what
hone
happened?
wala
It was so difficult to get equal rights that women had to go take very extreme
Yeah.
steps just to get a little bit recognized. That's why there was a more extreme version of this movement in the 60s and 70s, because till the 50s it was so different and women had such little power that to even get some basic rights they had to, I think, go a long way. That's why that bra burning phase happened.
Right.
So feminism has all these things within it. Different kinds of schools. But the basic meaning is equality between the sexes, and I think that there are, so like you said, so many men also. I am certainly privileged to know lots of men who
I,
are
in fact,
very
yeah,
proudly feminists.
No, very
Absolutely.
few of the other kinds.
feminists.
अगर
You
देखा
seem
जाए.
like one.
No, absolutely.
And I think every
I'm a feminist.
opportunity you get, you
I've been
should
tweeting
say-
about lipstick rebellion and
say
everything.
proudly.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, in fact, Vidya Balan said a very interesting thing. We were doing this interview with her and Farhan Akhtar for the movie called Shaadi Ke Side Effects. It was a very fun film, the first half was. We had a nice sort of discussion about the promo and the dialogues. So me and Farhan, we were having this discussion that, thoda bach ke rehna chahiye and stuff like that. So she was like, then Vidya said one thing which is I think always stayed with me, that women have been subdued for such a long time. Then now when they're trying to just come up, so they it seems that they're coming up a bit more strongly than maybe what is expected of them. But the fact that they've been subdued for such a long time, that they're really coming out in full form, which is I think very interesting way of looking at this entire thing as well.
Yeah, nobody really pays attention to how long they've actually suppressed the women.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
Absolutely.
suddenly because they're speaking, so अरे वो क्यों बोल रही हैं? You know?
Absolutely, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
we're all not moving along at the same level, everybody together. You know, some people are kind of more in line.
And that is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, the interesting part is that this film is backed by a man. Like Prakash ji has backed this film to start with in the first place. And I've known Alankrita, she has been with Prakash ji for quite some time. We've done interviews and Alankrita has actually been part of those interviews as well in terms of coordination part. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Of course I remember.
Yeah, so in a way I think that is, one should note that as well, that he's backing this film and through thick and thin,
Yes.
which is commendable in its own
Yes.
way. Now Ekta
And-
has been doing it, which is
Yes,
wonderful.
yes, and I would say the men who have acted in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a tough thing. In a female-oriented film, it's very hard to find good male actors. And that so many of them have stood with the film. And Sushant in particular, I would like to
Sushant,
mention.
yeah.
He has taken on a role which I really laud him for taking on, because it's not an easy part for a man to play.
Absolutely.
And I don't know too many actors who would be willing to do it, frankly. He's a
Definitely.
brave man.
Absolutely.
He's
Definitely.
a
So
brave man.
great because
Definitely.
we cannot even tell the story without these men.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
They're so important, such an
Right.
integral part of the process, and he has been,
Yeah,
and Vikrant
Vikrant Massey.
Shashank
Shashank.
Arora, Vaibhav,
Vaibhav,
yeah, and just name all
Vikrant
of
Massey
them,
was
and they
there
have
in
really
your
helped
film
us.
as well. I think he was fantastic in that film too.
He's a wonderful
Okay, so it was pleasure talking to you guys, and all the best wishes for Lipstick Under My Burqa. Would you like to say when is it releasing?
Lipstick Under My Burqa releasing 8 Kiss July.
Thank you very much and all the best. Thanks a lot.
We
Thank you.
love doing that.
That's all we have from Bollywood now.
Lipstick
Keep on
Under-
watching.